Welcome to the Rutgers Report. I am here now with head coach of the Scarlet Knights, Greg Schiano, after a massive 44-7 win over Howard. Coach, before we dive into the game, I want to say after all of the work this summer, this offseason, then coming and doing camp, and then you get a Thursday game before a holiday weekend. Did you get to do anything fun this weekend?
You know what, Busman's holiday, I got to do some work and watch and listen to games on TV all day Saturday, so that's a day of fun for me.
Yeah, probably more games than you normally get to watch, right?
Absolutely, you don't get to watch any.
Exactly. Well, and you started it off right with that massive win. Headed into Saturday, you guys were among the highest in efficiency of any team that had played. What did you like most about what you saw to your team?
Well, we took care of the football. That's always first and foremost, right? We did not turn it over, and we took it away once. I would have liked to have taken it away more, but any time you can keep from turning the ball over at all during a game, that's a huge feat.
The team looked solid and efficient in the first half, but then just came out inspired. What happened during halftime? Was it a speech? Was it a scheming? What happened?
No, I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot in the first half. You look at the end of the game, 7 of the 10 drives we scored points. So there was 3 drives, but they all were in the first half where we came up empty with some, dropped a pass on third down, did something else on third down. Again, do they have something to say about that? Sure they do. But, if it hits you, you got to catch it.
It's 3 touchdowns from Ethan Kaliak-Manis. Was that kind of what you were expecting to see from him in this first game?
I was hopeful. You never know until you go do it, but I thought he was cool. He stayed cool under pressure. He led the team the way that we really wanted him to, and now he's got to use that as a growth point to take a next step, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Now, defensive side of the ball, Coach, obviously you lose Motore about a week and a half before the season. There's no replacing him. You said it's going to take more than one guy to do that. But then we have Eric Rogers with the pick 6 on the opening drive. You have Mr. Jabome with a 14-tackle game, which is more than he had all last season. Are we in the right direction of making up for that production?
I thought, like you said, anytime you score on defense, that's special, right? That helps your team. But I thought the 2 young linebackers did a really good job. They filled in well. I think we're building some depth there, and that's what we need to do. And one of these weeks we're going to get Tyree and Powell back, and then that'll really kind of start to help that position gel. But I was pleased the way they showed up.
Now, Coach, looking forward, obviously, to Akron. This is a team stuck with Ohio State for a little bit there in the first quarter of this week. Then, obviously, things went off the rails. But what do you see when you're looking ahead?
Well, Joe Moorhead, I know Joe well. He's an excellent football coach. We've gone against each other several stops along the way. You can see they're just a well-coached football team defensively. They do things that make it difficult. They're going to be well-coached. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to play 4 quarters and play really hard. So we got our hands full, but that's what we like. Is
there anything in particular you're looking to kind of zone in and tweak, from such an efficient performance in week 1 headed into week 2?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Yeah, the good thing is you win a game and you still have all this laundry list of corrections. That's a good thing. That as a coach, you like that. Now let's see if we can come out and correct those things and do them better this week. That's the challenge. The
rule changes this year with the 2-minute timeout, not 2-minute warning, but 2-minute timeout, the in-ear communication. How did you feel those went, their first time around? Everything smooth sailing here?
Yeah, it was. And then the big one is the iPads, right?
Yeah.
I mean, being able to watch video of what just happened, that's a huge change. And I don't think people understand how big a change that is. Before your people in the box had to communicate to the coaches on the field. And did you always see it the way it happened? Well, sometimes you think you did, and then you watch the film on Saturday night after the game, you're like, whoa, that's not what I thought. So now to have that immediate feedback is completely a different set of circumstances, and everybody's going to be just a little more efficient because they can fix things faster.
Well, speaking of videos on iPads, I want to show you one video before we get out of here. This was taken of your student section, and the Big Ten Network posted it. Just completely awesome with Sir Henry jumping in the section. This is week 1 against an FCS school, and the Big Ten is saying you guys got one of the best student sections in the conference. Just what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I love it. And it's what Rutgers should be. It's what Rutgers football should be, right? We're the birthplace of college football. And to have that kind of student participation, I actually mentioned that to our team in our team meeting. I said, make sure you guys are grateful to them because they came and supplied a home field advantage for us.
Looking forward to having another home field advantage against Akron. Coach, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you right back here next week on the Rutgers Report.